Yankee lovers in the fam, get ready for this one. Howdy family, welcome back to my channel. This is the channel where if we all have a family that is being tied together by the power of anime, and anime that has been on the topic of delinquents or themed around delinquents, then you know it's a good family. Anyway, yeah, it's so much hype when this was published, when this first saw this, because it was almost too good to be true, and it's really become one of my top favorites on the list of manga dubs, really. And now we're gonna be doing a manga dub reaction, and the channel I'm gonna be reacting to is from Manga Room. I've reacted to some of their videos before, and the video we're taking a look at today is, of course, on the topic of the story being that there's gonna be a Yankee heroine, a delinquent heroine, but there's a little twist, and I'm excited to share this with you. Now, the title of the story is "The Most Fearsome Delinquent Girl Became My Stepsister." Alright, now just hold your horses there. Hold your horses. I know, yep, stepsister. There's already a big red flags to that, and both, yeah, the moral sense of it and all that. But we'll get into that later. Anyway, yeah, delinquent girl became my stepsister, but I secretly admired this delinquent girl. So yes, let us dive into this wonderful story, shall we?
Another day finished. Dad was off work today, wasn't he? I should go home early and cook something delicious for us.
Right, I think you all know how it is, right? Okay, so this is our main protagonist. His name is Kaito Suzuki, and he is an introvert, as usual. He's in high school. He's a high school student, as usual. And unfortunately, his mother passed away, and he lives alone with his dad. Now we get cut to a scene where he's being picked on by the antagonist of the story, the rascal Ryuji, and look who comes saving him, or comes to the scene to save him.
You always do what he tells you to. You should speak up for yourself once in a while.
So now we are introduced to the main heroine of the story, the Yankee, the delinquent of the story, right? And her name is Maki Amamiya. And the main protagonist, Kaito, has a very quite spectacular, unique, yeah, so to speak, perspective towards seeing her. And I guess this also really goes the same for me, at least in my opinion, towards me as a huge Yankee enthusiast.
Maki Amamiya, my classmate, looked like the main character from a comic book called Delinquent Girl Police. My father influenced me to like manga, and I became a huge fan of the main character from that series. That's why I admired the strong and beautiful Maki.
Great minds think alike, great minds think alike. Love his character already. You feel the connection, right? At least to me, my perspective, right? It's all subjective, but if you feel like you're connected or you feel relatable to the main protagonist there, then go for it. In my case, absolutely. That's why I guess it's also why I'm so invested into this story as well. And one other thing, this the manga, right? Comic book manga, yeah, manga called Delinquent Girl Police. I want that in real life. I'm curious to see how that would, look like in real life, and is there any other like sort of story that is similar, that has a similar I don't know title, but like I'm guessing plot to this, or theme to this. Theme, yes, I know, but plot, like the Delinquent Girl Police, it's already there in the title, so I guess you can already think what it's about. Is there any? I am curious to see. Now, as there is stepsister in the title, you're already gonna expect that but the main protagonist will find out that the classmate that he has a crush on is gonna be his stepsister. Other elements, really difference out, but a lot of common themes. Yeah, you can assume that's the route that they're gonna take, and yeah, it's pretty formulaic as well. Pretty similar, really, to a lot of other manga dubs approach as well towards this plot line, and to this sort of plot, right, in which when the protagonist goes home, he finds two pairs of slippers. He questions, are there guests in the house? And when he goes to the living room, he sees two people. One who is a beautiful lady, and the other is his classmate, his crush, which in this case is Maki. And the woman next to him is, of course, the mother. And her mother's name is Yuki. And the dad is planning to remarry to Yuki, and that they're going to be a family together. Hopefully, just like me, you're thinking, whoa, my stepsister's gonna be a Yankee, or something like that. I guess not. Yeah, not. Sorry, but yeah, you expect to be happy, you expect to be excited. The protagonist, I know he is, but
Don't tell anyone that we're step-siblings now. If you tell anyone at school, you're gonna pay for it.
yeah, it's gonna take some time to adjust, but it's a work in progress, right? First step, baby steps. Now, in school or even at home, they still find it hard to really get along with each other and really, I don't know, accept the fact that they're gonna be a family together. Right? They're still having a hard time adjusting, right? Now, the parents, they're finally going to pull off that card, the card where they will go on a trip and have some time, give time for the two of them to man the house, and while at the same time, of course, getting them to know each other. And as usual, this calls for some romantic development opportunities.
Thinking of making omurice for lunch and maybe Chinese food for dinner?
Mm.
I was thinking that you could pick something that you'd like me to cook for you tomorrow.
Why are you bothering me so much? I've been thoroughly ignoring you.
Oh you. Well, to be fair, he's just asking you what do you like to eat. I mean, he's cooking for you. It's kind of nice, you know. You're so.
I'm an only child, so it's nice to have someone else to hang out with. Besides, you're the girl of my dreams.
The girl of your dreams?
Yeah, I guess that's the reaction I would have if I also called someone I like the girl of my dreams, quote unquote. Except if it's not a Yankee or Yankee-ish scary attitude face, then I think it hurts even more. Wait, what am I saying?
What type of person has crushes on punks? Well, then you can make a sukiyaki tomorrow to commemorate our getting to know each other better. Don't forget the tofu!
Tofu? Do you like it?
Well, yeah. Tofu soaked in the juices of the meat is delicious.
I really like the voice acting, the portrayal of this Yankee character, the voice acting of this character, right, of Maki, because it does have that, that vibe and that really, I guess accent, pronunciation, really, that's really like, Yankee-ish, delinquent-ish, punk-ish, boyish.
No! We forgot to buy tofu!
What the heck? We forgot the tofu?
How did you forget about the tofu? Kaito is one thing, yeah, but Maki was there with him during shopping. Why didn't she remember? They're only noticing this now after they've walked, I presume, early of our distance from the supermarket, the groceries. You forgot the tofu. You forgot the tofu. So after buying the forgotten tofu, he returns home, but before reaching his house, he stopped by the rascals, the antagonist of the story, Ryuji. I don't know what's his deal, really. Why is he interfering with him? Why is he even bothering him in the first place? For whatever reason, they didn't really specify that much. I mean, yes, I guess so. Because he's likes to get bullied or something. But yeah, they mess around with him, and this happens.
What? It's just tofu. Oh no, the tofu!
The only thing worse than dropping the soap is dropping the tofu. Oh, he said it's just tofu, right? What was he expecting? Money? He was expecting money, isn't he? Oh my god!
Shut up, you idiot!
Why are you here?
Kaito didn't come home for a while, so I came to look for him. I'm gonna knock out all of your teeth.
Whoa!
Alright, it's over.
Well, I understand that there isn't really much, action going on. It's just, before and after. It's understandable, really, yeah. But, at least something, the conflict of, the thought rather, of that they were fighting, at least that happened,
I'm not a hero. I'm a punk. I wasn't always strong. I used to be bullied and had no friends or place at school. I was raised by a single mother who was too busy to take care of me, so I was lonely.
With them opening up to one another, they're really maxing out their development points as much as possible. Now that the parents are already about to come home from their trip, this is where the magic happens. This is where it erupted for me to the max, really, about what the whole family situation is all about.
We went on a pilgrimage to a sacred place for the manga Delinquent Girl Police.
It was Delinquent Girl Police that brought Yuki and me closer together.
I used to be a punk in school.
Really? Wow.
Seriously? Did I follow the same path as my mother? I became a punk because I watched and admired the Delinquent Girl Police too.
The main character of Delinquent Girl Police is the person I look up to the most.
So the main protagonist loves, admires Yankee, the Yankee heroine. The heroine, Maki is a Yankee, and plus she also admires the Delinquent Girl Police manga. The mother is a former Yankee, and the dad is marrying said mother who is a former Yankee, and that since it was mentioned that he greatly influenced his son Kaito to like manga, I assume that he's also a huge otaku as well, and that he's also a huge fan of the Delinquent Girl Police. So this soul manga tied this family together, and it's just really a full house of Yankee admiration, Yankee goodness.
That means that you two will end up getting together just like we did. Don't worry, you can still get married to each other if you're step-siblings. What you talking about, Mom?
Good job, Mom. Good job. Get them together good. So, yeah, that's about it. Yuki, the mom, and the dad finally, tied the knot. They became married, and that's everyday life for them has become much more lively, and all's well ends well. I hope they're planning to make a sequel for this, because this plot of his story is just too, again, one of those that's too good to be true, and really, I feel like it has a very solid plot, a very good potential for it to actually become a full time series or whatnot, whether it be, if it was to be a manga or an anime. Now, as usual, I'll be leaving a link to their channel down in the description below, so please do check them out. The video as well, check out the whole experience. And again, another great find of a manga dub with a Yankee heroine. So yeah, take care, family.